Hi, everybody. It's me, Elaine, with Real Talk with Elaine, and this is our fourth episode of the Black Mama Bonnet series. Y'all like my bonnet tonight? Yes, I love it. I love it. I love it. Um, I just wanted to let you know that I know I've been absent for about 2 weeks, and I do apologize. Some of my other content creators that follow me on my main GLP1 um, site, they understand that it's been a crazy 2 weeks for me. I've been really sick and I'm back and I'm ready to oh my God, I've been like waiting for 2 weeks to share some things with you guys because things have happened over these past 2 weeks. So let's get right into it. As you see at the title, it's the I'm grown syndrome, right? The I'm grown syndrome that we deal with some of our adult children. And I wanted to talk to you a little bit about that. I am sorry about all these bags under my eyes, but I told y'all I've been sick, right? So I wasn't getting a lot of rest, and then I'm doing a lot of catching up now. Do y'all see how I pulled this down and the bags are gone? Oh my God. Anyway, let's get into it. I'm actually in my husband's little space right now. And of course he's gone to bed. So I said, let me just sit out here and chat with you guys for a little bit tonight. Well, the I'm grown syndrome. How many times have you heard that from your adult children? I'm grown. I'm grown. Don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me how to act. Don't tell me what to say. Yep. I know. I know you've heard it. And the funny thing is, this is just a way for them to assert their independence, but they still struggle with responsibility. And that is something that drives me completely crazy. And it can be very frustrating for a lot of parents. And it's hard to kind of navigate through those challenges when when your adult children start saying things like that. So we're going to talk about 7 things that we can do to kind of help us through this process of our adult, and most of us being middle adult lives with our young adult children. So let's talk about how this has been a challenge for me. The funny thing is that, as many of you know, I'm coming out of a 2-week kind of illness. Well, I say kind of a 2-week illness with pneumonia and bronchitis. That is the worst. I was sick as a dog. I spent my Memorial Day weekend in New Jersey, in Atlantic City, hanging out with some wonderful friends, family friends of mine. And when I came back, I just could not even get myself together. I was sick, like beyond sick. And I called one of my adult children to ask them if they would go and pick up my medications, because I went to the doctor. The doctor called my medications in or sent my medications in, and I didn't even have the strength to go stand in CVS and wait for them. So I called one of my adult children and asked them to go, and they were like, I can't just jump up at the drop of a dime to go and help you when I have my own family. What? Are you really kidding me? Did you tell me that? Are you serious that you said that to me? And I've sat up many nights with you sick as a child, with you every time you had a problem, with you every time, even as an adult, that you have had issues and concerns that jumped out of the sky at the drop of a dime. And you tell me that? Y'all know I was messed up, right? You know I was messed up. And I'm like, I'm here sick. Can't even get off this very couch you see right here behind me because I'm sick. Well, let's just say I have learned some things and I have come to some revelations with myself about making sure that we as adults do not allow these adult children of ours, or think they're adult children of ours, to mess up our lives and mess up our spirits, because it's painful when you have someone that says that to you and you're like, I have given everything for you. And again, for those of you who don't know, I have 3 adult children, and I have said over and over again, I would never do it over again, because I love my children and I love how God has just turned them into some very wonderful adults. However, navigating through this lifestyle of them transitioning into the real adulthood has been a challenge, and it really has. And so not to put my children out there to say that I don't love them or I don't care about what they're doing in their lives. That's not true. I'm certainly here for them, but I have to realize that I have to be here for me even more, because in this phase of my life and my husband's life, we have to learn how to, just be able to survive without them being around all the time. That's hard. People make a joke about, oh, you're about to be an empty nester. And that's a good feeling for a lot of people, especially those if you've had children that graduated recently from high school and heading off to college or to work or whatever it is, military or whatever they're doing in their lives. It's nice. It's a nice feeling, but you do have to reorganize who you are as a person and what it means to you to try to become, to try to live without having all those responsibilities of having these children around, right? So while the empty nest theory feels good, it's just sometimes it's hard to kind of get away from it. And then when they come back, even in like my kids are not all back at home, but some are very close to my home. And that makes it difficult because they come in and out. They come and they take toilet paper, paper towels, and this and that. And then, they want to go back to their house. They come and grab food. Yeah, this is what you deal with the empty nesters who left but still come back, right? Okay. But anyway, let's get into some of the 7 things that we can do to kind of work through this I'm grown syndrome. Number 1, I've had to learn that I have to respect their autonomy. I know that they are adults and they have a right to make their own choices. Even if we don't always agree with the choices that they make, it's their choices. And there's an old adage that I like to repeat that I learned from a pastor of a church that I attended a while back, where it says, we live and die by our own choices. So I have to be okay with that. I have to understand that whatever choices my children make, they're going to live and they're going to die by those choices that they make. And I know that may sound drastic when we say die, but I'm saying when I say die, I don't mean actually in the physical aspect, but the choices that we make will be either good or bad. They'll bring us joy or sadness, whatever, but they're our choices. And we all have made choices. And we know when we were in our 20s and 30s and when we made decisions that maybe our parents didn't agree with, and we had to learn and we had to come back and say, you know what, you're right, because that's just what we go through. Okay. And I've come to the point where I understand my kids want to live by their own experiences and not by mine. So I have to be settled in that and know that. Number 2, we need to set some boundaries. Okay. If we expect our adult, if they expect adult privileges, they must also accept adult responsibilities. Make it clear and make sure that they have accountability for their actions, because that goes both ways. With us, we have to be accountable for our actions and how we interact with them, but they also need to be accountable for their actions. So this whole coming in here and grabbing soap and toilet paper and paper towels because your house is out of it, you don't have a right to do that. I go to BJ's, Costco, wherever, and pick up my stuff as I need it for my home, and I'm not doing it for you. So we have to set those boundaries, and they have to know I can't walk in and out of your house and just take things because I'm not being responsible enough because I want to go brunching on the weekend and hanging out and drinking and doing all those things. And now I don't have enough money to buy the necessities for my home. No. We can't have that. And so we have to stop those type of activities. Number 3, encourage problem solving. Instead of us kind of stepping in and figuring out or fixing their issues for them, let's guide them towards finding some solutions of their own. Okay. And I know this is really, really hard, especially for me, because I'm the type of person that I'm the fix-it person. Anybody that knows me and knows my personality, I'm going to try to jump in and make things happen and make things better. But we can't always do that. We have to stand back and allow our adult children to fix some things on their own. It's very important that they learn that skill. And if we continue to do that, and I don't know if that term helicopter parent or whatever, or the mama bear or whatever, those things with adult children, they don't work. And I'm simply figuring that out. And I figured that out the hard way. So you just got to kind of, as much as it's killing you to jump in and fix their situation for them, you got to stand back and allow for them to fix it on their own. Whew. This past maybe month and a half, I've had to brutally learn that piece for myself. And I'm good. I'm good now. Now that I got it down, I know that's the best way to do it. Number, what am I on? 4, avoid power struggles. Trying to prove that you are right often backfires on you, okay? Instead, let's focus on open conversations rather than debates. That's one of the things with at least two of my children that I have a problem with, and I've had a problem with in the past, is that I will sit there and continue to have arguments with them. And it's like, I know I'm right. I mean, because I'm always right. I'm always right. No, I'm not. But the fact is that even if it's things that I know that I've been through, I've experienced, I've known, something as simple as what to properly do when you're filing your taxes or something like that. And like, this your first year filing, boo. Are you really telling me that you know what you're doing? You're only 18 years old. I don't have any 18-year-olds, but I'm just sure that some of you have. It's like, this your first year filing taxes. You just got out of college. You're 23 years old. What the heck are you talking about? Like, I've been doing this for a while now. Let me help you. But sometimes they reject that. And you have to avoid just having that power struggle with them on things like that. If they think they know it all, let them think they know it all until they realize they don't. And that's just simply it, Number 5, let's lead by example. Let's show them what maturity looks like. And you can do that through your own actions, through your decision making, through your day-to-day living. You need to kind of represent for your children, your adult children, what this thing about adulting and life looks like. Because sometimes they don't get it and they will not get it. But it's up to you to make sure that I'm going to still stay an example for you. I'm still going to walk this walk for you. Especially those of our kids who once they get to a certain age, oh my God, I have such a perfect example of this, guys. Just Father's Day. Yes. But anyway, and let me share with you what happened. My son was taking my dad, his dad and my husband and I, to brunch for Father's Day. And today, I think, is the 17th of June. So this was just on Sunday. So we were going to brunch to a local restaurant, really nice restaurant that we frequent. And I was sitting in his backseat of his brand new car that he just bought, that I told him he didn't need right now, but we'll talk about that another time. And then his dad was sitting up front and he was driving. So we're riding. And he's like, and this is on Sunday. And he's got this music blasting. And I'm hearing all these explicits. And I'm like, son, that's not the type of music that we listen to when we're out. When Dad and my husband and I listen to smooth jazz or something like that. Or, of course, gospel music. On Sunday, it's just typically my day. I just love listening to gospel music. And he's just like, and so he turns around and he says, this is my car. I can listen to what I want to listen in my car. Oh, y'all know it was about to be a murder on the highway. I was ready to just like take my hand, and I was sitting right behind him and choke his little neck. But I said, I'm not going to get in this power struggle with him. I'm going to just be quiet. I'm going to lead by example. And I just sat there and I turned my head towards the window and I just sat quietly for the rest of the ride. So after brunch, and it was only a 15-minute ride or so. But after brunch, when we got back in the car, he says to his Siri or whatever, he says, play Yolanda Adams. What? Are you serious? Guess what? Because I did not get into this power struggle with him. I did not argue with him. I just sat there and I showed the love of Christ towards him, which is what we need to do more of. And I just, I sat back and I just, let it happen. And look at God. He all the way home. We heard beautiful, even though, I don't know if that's the only artist that he knows, but he must like Yolanda Adams, because he sure enough said, play Yolanda Adams. And we just heard beautiful Yolanda Adams music all the way home. So just wanted to show you, if you lead by example, they will follow. Okay. Number 6, I'm looking at my cheat notes. Sorry. Offer support and not control. Be available for advice, but don't force guidance on them, because they're not going to accept it. As I just mentioned just now, don't force it. Let them come to you when they're ready. So that's another issue that we as middle age parents tend to do. We want to force ourselves on our children. We want to tell them what to do. I had a message pop up on my screen. We want to tell them what to do, but it's not really the best thing for us to do that at that time. So don't force anything on them. Let's allow ourselves to offer them support, and to offer them support through a more calm demeanor, and to give them options versus trying to push our initiatives on them, because that won't work at all. And finally, number 7, let's stay patient. Growth does take time. We didn't get where we are in overnight, right? So we got to make sure that we're taking time and allowing them to grow with us. And I'm going to tell you, for those of us who are on this GLP1 journey, which most of you are because you're following me, listen up. You building up all this cortisol for nothing. Don't let these kids do this to you. Don't let them derail you from what you're supposed to be doing. I say that all the time, and I mean it. Don't let them derail you from what you're here to do for yourself, because it's about you and you have to take care of you. Okay. Let them learn their lessons through their own experiences. Again, like I said, my kids, they don't want to learn from my husband and I experience. We've tried to tell them over and over again. They make us feel like we did with our parents. When our parents used to be like, when I went to the movies, I only paid 5 cents. You going to the movies and paying $5, blah, blah, blah. When we were growing up. Yeah. So no. Don't do that. Don't do that. Please, please, please stay patient, give yourself grace, stay connected to what your purpose is. And I promise you, this would be a better life for you, and you will do so much better on this journey that you're on to your own health and wellness. Don't allow these adult children to throw you off your path. It's not worth it. It's definitely not. And when they're ready, they'll come back. I'm convinced they'll come back. And people tell me that all the time, because I talk to my therapist about it. I talk to my family, some of my very close friends. They know my struggles I deal with every day. But it's about me. And do what you enjoy doing. I mean, my husband and I enjoy traveling. In the next couple of weeks, we're going to Tennessee just to do we're going to Nashville just to hang out and to just enjoy. He loves music. I love country music. I love all kind of music, but we both love country music. And so we're going to look at our country music roots in Tennessee, and we're going to enjoy some nice cuisine. Hopefully I will be able to enjoy it. So I'll take you guys on that journey with me. We're just doing a weekend trip, but we're just going to have a really good time. We plan this summer to do several weekend trips, different places. So I hope you guys will come along with us. So see you in Nashville soon. But I'll be back with another Black Mama Bonnet series. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I need you to like, okay? Because I want to get my content out to so many other people, and that's what the algorithm does when you like. So I see that more people are liking and more subscribing. I'm almost at 200 subscribers. I'm so excited. Yes, because God told us to be faithful over the few things. So I'm going to be faithful over these few. And as more as you guys keep sharing my content and liking my content, I know things are going to look up. I will talk to you real soon. Got another Audacity series coming out. So we'll be seeing you very soon. Love you guys. Bye.